Morning students, I welcome you all for the online class of business studies. Today we will continue with the financial market topic. As last class we completed the stock exchange topic. Let us complete after the types of operator in stock exchange. As we completed the functions of stock exchange and I'm just telling about the topics which we had completed. Let us proceed with the trading procedure on a stock exchange. Recall, because trading procedure stock exchange topic we had completed, so we will be proceeding with the next topics of the chapter. Before that, we will be going to once again recall the topic which we had completed last, and that topic was trading procedure involves the following steps. The very first process, selection of broker student. The buying and selling of securities can only be done through SEBI registered brokers who are members of the stock exchange. The brokers can be an individual, partnership firms or corporate bodies. So the first step is to select a broker who will buy or sell securities on behalf of the investor or speculator. Opening demat account with depository. Demat, as we learned, the trading procedure starts with the demat account with the depository. Demat is an online account. It is open on the depository banks who act as an intermediary between the investor and the companies who want to issue the shares. Between them, one depository is there that is known depository is there, which is generally a bank. So demat account is opened through the depository. Dematless account is refers to an account which an Indian citizen must open with the depository participant, that is the banks or the stock brokers, to trade in listed securities in electronic form. Second step in trading procedure is to open a demat account. The securities are held in electronic form by a depository. Depository is an institution or an organization who holds securities, example shares, debentures, bonds, mutual funds, etc. At present in India, there are two depositories, NSDL and CDSL, that is National Securities Depository Limited, and CDSL, that is Central Depository Services Limited. There is no direct contact between the depository and investor. Depository interacts with investor through depository participants only. Depository participants will maintain securities account balance of investor and intimate investors about the status of their holdings from time to time. Placing the order student, it states that after opening the demat account, the investor can place the order. The order can be placed to the broker, either DP, depository participants, or personally through phone or emails, etc. So placing of order can be done by the investor after opening the demat account with the help of the brokers who act as the intermediary. Investor must place the order very clearly, specifying the range of price at which securities can be bought or sold. Example, buy 100 equity shares of Reliance for not more than 500 rupees per share. Executing the order as per the instructions of the investor, the broker executes the order, that is, he buys or sells the securities. Broker prepares a contract note for the order executed. The contract note contains the name and price of securities, name of parties, and brokerage commission charged by him. Contract note is signed by the broker. So that is executing the order. The placement of order is done. Now the people will execute the order what is made by the depository by the investor. Settlement. After the placement of order has been done, execution of order has been done, finally the settlement will be done by the payment of the order. This means actual transfer of security. This is the last stage in the trading of securities done by the broker on behalf of their clients. There can be two types of settlement. One is on the spot settlement and second is forward settlement. When we go with the on the spot settlement, it means settlement is done immediately, and on spot settlement follows T+2 rolling settlements. This means any trading take place on Monday gets settled by Wednesday. Forward settlement. When we go with the forward settlement, it means settlement will be take place on some future date, that is T+5 or T+7. It doesn't mean anything. T+5 trading day, when the trading has been done, after that 5 days you have to pay. Or it can be on T+7 or T+12, anything. It can be on the mutual understanding of the traders. All trading in stock exchange take place between 9:55 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. Saturday and Sunday they are closed. Constituents of depository system. When we say depository system consists of 5 factors which must be known to every students. Very first, depository has already introduced in the trading procedure. Second is demat account. Third is the depository participant. Fourth is the issuing company, and the fifth is investors. Let us learn this each and every topic. Depository, when we talk student, depository is that participant, apex organization or unit in the depository system. Depository is just like a bank where depositor investor can deposit and withdraw the money or securities. In the depository, investor can deposit and withdraw his shares. Features of depository are as follows. Depository is an institution which holds securities such as shares, debentures, etc. Currently, there are two depositories, as we already discussed, NSDL and CDSL. National Securities Depository Limited and Central Depository Services Limited. Depository interacts with the investors through agents called depository participants. DPs can offer services only after obtaining a certificate from SEBI. Investors have to open depository account with any DP called demat account. Depositories, with the help of DPs, controls can electronic transfer of securities and settlement of transactions. Depository can hypothecate dematerialized securities against bank loan. Depository issues receipt of bonus shares in electronic form. Depository offer nomination facility of demat account. So these are the various features of depository. Has one by one we have seen that it holds securities as well as debentures, etc. mutual funds. It also there are two depository main, that is NSDL and CDSL. Depository interacts with whom? The investors through agents called depository participant. It can offer services after obtaining a certificate from SEBI. Investors have to open demat account, depository account with any DP called demat account. It will help the DPs control electronic transfer of securities. The depository participant DP. Depository participant is an agent of the depository. An investor has to interact only with a DP and not with the depository for all his dealings in shares in electronic form. As per SEBI guidelines, any financial institution, the share brokers, banks, etc. can become DP after registration with SEBI. DP is a vital intermediary in depository system, and all buying and selling of shares under depository system takes place through DP only. So that is the depository participant student. It is an agent of the depository. It acts as an investor, has to interact only with the DP. Demat account. What do you mean by demat account? It is an account to buy and sell listed securities in electronic form, that is through internet. It is opened by an investor through depository participant. This account eliminates problems such as forgery, theft, transfer delays, which were with physical share certificates. Facilitate fast transfer and settlements. Reduces paperwork and eliminates stamp duty on transfer of securities. Securities of different companies can be held in a single demat account. The issuing company. The company which is issuing securities in capital market, the investor, any retail investor or institution who wants to buy securities of the companies can open a demat account. So that is a good point about demat account. And the issuing company means the company which want to form the capital in the form of shares is known as issuing company. Investors, any retail investors or institution who want to buy securities of companies is known as investor. Stock exchange indices Sensex and Nifty. This is Bombay Stock Exchange, which is Sensex, is properly known as Bombay Stock Exchange. It is calculated by taking price of 30 stocks across key sector of Bombay Stock Exchange. Nifty, this is a national stock exchange index. It is calculated by taking prices of 50% key stocks listed in NSEI. Difference between primary market and secondary market. Primary market, secondary market. Primary market, there is sale of new securities, whereas secondary market, it is a market for existing or second hand securities. In primary market, securities are directly issued by companies, whereas secondary market, there are transfer between investors only. Primary market contribute directly for capital formation, has funds are transfer from surplus unit to deficit units, whereas secondary market contributes indirectly for capital formation, has funds are exchanged between surplus units only. So that is for today's class, students. What we have learned, the depository, its participants and its role. As we next class, we will be going to learn the next part of the chapter, that is we will be going to learn SEBI. SEBI, if I want to give a short introduction to you, it is a stock exchange board, Securities Exchange Board of India. SEBI was an organization which was associated by the law so that there will be a regular check on the stock market so as to protect the interest of the investors. As you know, investor will be having a confidence in the stock market till the time there is a safety regarding their investment. So for the regulating over the work of stock exchange, SEBI was introduced as a corporate body. So this organization's work was it was considered in the beginning of the time after the constitution of it was considered as a watchdog. Why? Because it can see what is happening, what wrong is happening, but action cannot be taken by SEBI. So later part, SEBI got the authority that they can take an action over the companies which are taking the investment of the company of the people and but not giving a good result to them. So that type of fraud companies will be taken in action by the SEBI. So that was a short introduction in today's class about the SEBI. For today's class, this much only. Thank you and have a nice day.